Chat. It fucking snowed again. Who did this? Who makes it keep happening? Nah, it's chill snow. It's not the snow that sticks to your bullshit, thankfully. It's the snow that is not that big of a problem. So, that's good. Hey, where is she? Oh. Every time I walk in here, I'm like, is she gone?
Yes, what is it?
About the offsite copy.
Yes?
Here's the filament.
Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
What's going to happen now?
Now, I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
She's already inserted the filament into the radio computer's core, ready to close the door. On the floorboard, Harrison Ford. What are you even hoping to find?
I have a theory. Lintel was able
I
to
have a
divine the
theory.
location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment.
Okay.
Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out.
Again, I'm gonna say it every time. These are just fucking... They're like... They're just worse computers. Where you have to tap into a radio station to tell somebody the password so they can unlock the... Ah, it's so dumb.
This is wrong. Machines shouldn't behave like that.
Something's very wrong with that filament memory.
Sorna doesn't reply. Her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here. I found it.
Where?
Hold on.
She's behind the keyboard now, typing in some numbers that only she understands. The terminal beeps and the light inside starts pulsing like a glowing heart. Can I do anything? No, I'll just say nothing.
Just give me a second. I'm
Yeah.
almost...
Yeah.
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
Oh my god, congratulations.
Thank you.
So where is it? Where's your 2mm hole in the world?
There. In the swallow.
What's the other end of the church where a group of water bowls form a ritualistic arch?
Think you can help me again?
Yeah.
I need you to go move those water bowls for me. I need to double check my calculations.
Okay.
You like moving things around. Moving things around is calming.
Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
Third bowl 2 left. Fourth bowl 5 right. Third bowl 2 left. Fourth bowl 5 right. Hold on. 3 2 L 4 5 R.
Thanks.
What? What makes... Which bowl is what?
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowls stands still. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor.
Okay.
Oh boy, this is going to be good.
The third bowl from the left, 2 centimeters. Oh, I don't have to think. It's fine. Yes.
Moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound. Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall.
Okay.
Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place after all.
It's not a sacred place. It's a fucking... It's a church to a historical... It'd be like having the church of, I don't know, of Jeanne d'Arc. Like, she was an important person and all, but she's... Well, I guess that's part of religion anyway, right? They assume that, like, Jesus Christ exists. Hi, Robbie.
Yes, what is it?
I did the thing. I moved the bowls.
Great. Everything should be aligned now.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
Let's get this party started.
Yeah, let's do it. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
Why'd you have your headphones on mute in the first place?
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
Isn't there just going to be silence and nothing else?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist?
Like, I mean, okay, I guess that's fair. I don't know.
What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
You ever thinking this?
Maybe. Maybe I'm just tired.
It's scary, but we just have to face it.
Yeah. You're right.
Like
Let's do
death
it.
at the end of life. She puts on her oversized headphones, ready to press unmute on the keyboard.
The lieutenant takes a step back.
Yeah, Kim? You getting afraid of this shit?
And then, nothing. Nothing happens. As Sona Lokanen-Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary. She doesn't talk. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus. One hand cupping the headphone.
Well,
Damn it.
at least the world seems to be still alright.
Yeah. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
What do you mean nothing happened? Did you find the swallow?
No.
Oh.
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
Yeah, okay.
This can't be it. You should have a listen.
Helped egghead. Well, let me... Hold on. Do I have clothes? Do I have clothes? Do I have anything that's going to increase my perception? Hello there, Pepper. Hi, you silly little cat. Silly ass little baby cat. If we come around to the other side, I can pet you easier. Why do you only want my attention when, like, I'm doing something? Every fucking time. Why is it perception? Why is this a perception check? Perception is sight. Right? Or is there not an opposite? Hold on. Yeah, the shoes increase my perception. What the fuck? No, I guess we don't have... See, hear, and smell everything. Alright, whatever. Whatever! Don your hearing clothes!
Yes, what is it?
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes.
What does it mean?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
Suna, what if we just need a better sound system?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
Yes, but they could help with the speakers.
You mean the speed freaks?
She closes her eyes as more dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary.
Of course. The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would, if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Great, I'll go talk to them then.
Sure. Let me know how it goes. Thanks, officer.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm Officer Awesome. Put on my backwards baseball cap, sling a skateboard over my shoulder, wear some cargo shorts, wear a one of those really weird material vest shirts. Harriet the Badass.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I'm here to talk about... Or wait.
Goodbye, officer.
Egg.
The large-headed youth has closed his eye.
Good morning, comrade. Yeah!
I found this reel of tape. Maybe you can use it to hard up a jam. Yeah. Give him the fixed Hawthorne tree tape.
Yeah! Remix time! Tape goes here, into deck B.
A hand on his ear, he listens to the audio through his headphones and shouts.
Wow! Did you get this from Arno himself?
A great excitement is bubbling to the surface within him. This is big.
What do you mean?
Listen, I'm just going to show it to you. Ready?
Ready.
Wow! Here's that! The signs match perfectly!
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Now, if only we had the beat for the full assault, it would be unbelievably hyper!
Intriguing. The way I see it, Van Eyck based his remix on some famous original piece, like a folk song, something local. Seems you found an initial part with the main melody.
I think it's just happenstance. Chaos in action. Contingencies of our limited existence. That and Egghead's fantastic talent.
Noid's right. Egghead's technical talent is the key. No, this is definitely part of the same song. Something cut from it. It fits too well.
Maybe Arno Van Eyck lives around here and just threw a part of his song away because he thought it was shit.
Be how it may, if it fits, it fits! Bring up the volume!
What about the bass? Do you have any ideas for that?
Yeah, I remember. You said it needs more bass.
You can't just leave it without a bass track.
Honestly, nothing springs to my mind right now, but I'll see if I can come to the solution down the lane.
Yo, the warrior! The warrior of dance music!
The warrior of dance music!
Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't figure it out. I think the jam's already pretty ultra.
But it could be hyper hardcore!
Okay, so do I need to thought this shit up, or... 50 minutes. The question won't leave you. Why did the melody line from a broken and discarded tape fit perfectly into a song played by some speed freaks in a frozen tent? Could it be a coincidence? Maybe it's the hand of the man-machine himself in his attempt to craft a perfect song. Maybe Egghead is actually Arno Van Eyck in disguise. Ike? Egg? And this is why I like keeping skill points on standby. Oh, Pepper, it's okay. I didn't mean to fucking disturb you. You may lay at my feet if you so choose, you silly cat. Anyway, the church.
So, yes? What's the deal?
Good news! I managed to convince Suna. She's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition: she needs your speakers for her project.
We are grateful, Cotman. You're an augury of a new era of Nordic dance music.
You're going to have to share space for a couple of weeks till she gets her research finished.
That's fine. We can manage.
I'm glad I could help.
We appreciate it. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
Awesome. Is there anything? Can I? Can I still do this right now, though? Maybe. So I don't have to come back later. Stupid. Look at all this shit. What's this? Tiny chemistry lab. Nosafed bottles. Tanks of distilled water. It came from a stained glass window. Still has letters on it too. What's it? What? What came from the stained glass window? You can't just say that shit.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000.
He waves his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner.
Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honors, detective?
Kim, how would you name the club?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Estelle. Ideas from another level of consciousness.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
His ideas are spooky. What do you propose as the name, Andre?
The name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Andre's overthinking it.
Yes, you should do it, detective. It would be good for the signs.
Noid's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
Kim's too spooky. So you don't have a name?
How about something simple? Like the club?
No!
Too modern. And too ironic. We don't want ironic. We want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like a morning after the rave.
I wouldn't say the club is ironic. What makes the club ironic? Because it's in a church? Egghead, you must have a lot of ideas.
Yakukata! Yakukata! The place to be!
I kind of like the place to be.
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, Egg. Got anything else?
Hardcore! Hardcore to the nigger! No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene.
No, I'd give me your 2 cents.
The amnesia.
Like the... I can't remember the name of the club, Amnesia.
Amnesia! It's not amnesia, guys.
Suna?
I don't.
Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
Think about it, lots of modern movies have really simple titles. It's not the it being modern is what gets me. It's the concept of calling it ironic. But, I mean, I assume it's just because it's in a church.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Disco Elysium.
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
The past is the future, but the future is dead.
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be.
And short. And memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
Yeah! Light beam washes over the dance floor, bathing it in violet blue.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat.
What are you doing, Andre?
I'm dancing.
Okay, he performs yet another strange pattern of moves, but doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kind of lame.
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing.
Oh shit! We should talk about it. We should talk about your so-called dancing.
Yes, my man.
Jumps up and down with glee as moves punctuated by the stroboscopic flash of the club lights.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves?
Oh shit!
Audio waves thump against your ribcage. The speaker setup makes everything sound much better, but the beat is still so weak.
Oh, what? Oh, we can't dance here. It's not good enough yet. We need way more shit going on here. I mean to ask you, what's with the hair?
It's to express my individuality.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure with the fused together spikes, but it looks like he's balding.
Fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway,
He looks like a molten... He looks at the molten toothbrush. The what? His hair? Is that what we're calling a molten toothbrush?
goodbye, officer.
Yeah.
Date of birth generator.
Oh, here we go.
You were born in the year 07, in the last year of the commune of Revachol, right before it fell, in the old military hospital on the ground floor, where people usually came to die during a snowstorm. The revolution had about 1 year left to go, and the fires were still burning bright. There were explosions in the blizzard. This was 44 years ago. You are 44 years old. The bloating might never leave your face, but beneath it, you still have some years. You still have some hope.
How old did Kim guess? Did Kim guess late 50s, early 60s? I'm trying to remember what Kim guessed. Learn cap for logic. Wow. Learning cap for logic raised to 4. -1 difficulty to all physique passives. Good. Fucking Kim was so off. Kim's not good at guessing ages if you don't look standard, I guess. Kim, guess
Yes.
what? Damn it. Damn it, I can't tell him I found out my age. Kim, it's so important, though. It's so important to the investigation. You have to know.
Glorian Church, the place to be! Make some noise, my church people!
Vibrations thump through your blue soul. The music sounds much better in the church. He stands on stage behind a table, nodding along to the music and waving his hand in the air. In front of him, the audio mixer, one reel spinning. The other reel deck is empty. Cables run hither and thither. On one side, you see an auxiliary line in with the number 4.5 written next to it.
You know what? We should have assumed he was early or like mid-40s because his hair's not even graying yet. Yeah, no, he's still brown. Entirely. He doesn't have a speck of gray hair anywhere on his like any of his hair. And when do people usually start graying? I mean, I know it changes for everybody, but like when do people typically start graying? What? What? Shut the fuck up, AI Overview. AI Overview says, people typically start graying in their mid-30s if they are white, in their late 30s if they are Asian, in their mid 40s if they are black. What? Wait, is that actually true? Hold on. All gray by 45. Wait. Am I? It can change depending on the ethnicities, but 30s is a little early. Is like late 30s, I guess, typically when? Would Harry technically be like a late start for his graying? If he's 44 and he still hasn't started graying yet? Either way, I wouldn't look at a man with like a full head of brown hair and be like, "Oh yeah, dude, you're in your late 50s, early 60s." How do you like it in the church?
Yeah! Back on the case! No disgrace! Bring it down to party place! The first page of the second chapter!
Could it be? Maybe for him, you only have a chapter or two left in you. Last of the penultimate, or like.
Jesus Christ, conceptualization. It's gonna be okay. Maybe he can't like be as spry as he used to be, but he's a healthier Harry now. He's gonna be all right.
You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in.
With wonder in his sharp eyes.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority.
Authority.
You really came through for the hardcore underground.
Yeah, man.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor, sweating profusely. Estelle using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the bass.
I can just keep playing up Harry's fucking eccentric tendencies. I'm so glad. I did it for mankind. For all of mankind.
Okay.
I don't believe you actually think you did it for all mankind, but whatever keeps you in high spirits is okay by him.
Noid, what do you think about the church? By the way, low-key, very wholesome that Kim just wants Harry to be happy.
It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes. Now it can be something more.
How old do you think this church is? Over 300 years?
That's right. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it, on the coast here. Was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something, but I understand. Alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude, the sea, perhaps something more fundamental. I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well.
What style is this church built in?
A cop who's into building critique. Okay then, this is folk DeLoreanism. Lawmonger. It's
Lawmonger.
a subset of early DeLorean architecture.
I'm not just a cop. Sorry. I'm not just a cop. I'm an art cop.
Art of core.
Hard of core. Okay, and what is DeLorean architecture like?
Total. Everything between an ancient concrete cathedral and a glass cube is DeLoreanism. This is just an homespun version of it. Folksy stuff. Early mass production. They made thousands like this. Does that help you out?
And I will see you there. In that tiny church there. What would a DeLorean building look like?
Like that woman there. Vertical, thin, white, a false image of grandeur. The source of the system is up there. You're at the bottom. They really dug that power vertical.
Vertical.
Like to show off large and intricate structures. Arches, spires. Put you down with them. They were really into painting everything white too. Virginal shit, you know. Marriage shit. Virtue and tyranny.
Marriage is great. Marriage is sacred.
You're entitled to your wrong opinion.
This church isn't painted white as far as I can tell.
Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside before the sea wind took all the paint off.
Year after year, flake after flake, whitewashed clean, then covered in green moss.
What do you mean by dead bodies?
Dead bodies are perennial plants. Sigma functions have left this place. It's a good thing we came along. The spiritual collapse has been total.
Oh. Spiritual collapse.
I saw some piglets suckling their dead mother. Have you heard this one, cop man? After a short while, they shuddered and went away. They had sensed that she could no longer see them, and that she wasn't like them anymore. What they loved in their mother weren't her body, but whatever it was that made her body live. End of quote. This is an high-quality carcass. The power of anodic beats and hard bass is needed to reanimate it.
Okay, so where's that quote from?
A Sarajevo's man who lived a long time ago. An ancient hardcore brother.
What you're saying is religion has stopped being hardcore?
It never was. A 3,000-year-old regime of history, built by hundreds of generations of self-appointed intellectuals. It's false to the core.
And you propose dance music will supplant the system?
Anodic dance music. Regular dance music wasn't hard enough. And yes, I do.
Hard enough!
You know what this kind of stuff goes well with.
I don't need to be a narc.
Your pleasure response was more like, just wondering if he has any.
No, electrochemistry. How do you like the glasswork?
I don't. Fuck her giving me the evil eye.
I'm getting some real negative vibrations from her too.
No wonder. We have to get rid of it. Dismantle it. Can't dance with a giant mass murderer looking at ya. Not a good look for the club.
Mellow, man, mellow. No one's a mass murderer. This is a house of love. Mass murder on the floor.
I do feel there is something terrifying about her.
There is. She is a party repellent and must be taken down before we can begin partying in here.
Party!
No, that's not it. It's something more. Something closer to your skin.
Take her down, crash it, destroy that window.
Will do.
Pets the toolbox as if it were a cat.
No, Noid. Stop twisting my melon, man. People are gonna love it. It'll be our thing. Plus, it keeps the cold out.
I guess that's fair. She's the innocence of humanism. Humanism seems to be a pretty big deal around here.
Humanism leads to eating sugar and pigs. Humanism was invented to mass-produce billions of humans. Billions of humans can mass-produce hundreds of billions of pigs.
And many, many more tons of sugar.
She liked games. Her legacy, the thing we live in, isn't real life. It's a strategy for some kind of victory against a long-dead opponent. But, yo, I'm only annoyed. What do I know?
But, yo! Okay, yeah, I'm done talking about her.
What a strange choice of words.
I don't want to think about her anymore.
Caustic. Overflowing with negativity. That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep coming back to this window?
I don't know.
Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't come back to this anymore. Stop talking about it, please.
What? Was his wife a big follower of this shit? His ex-wife? How are you settling in?
Hard to say, Cop Man. Signs in here are distinctly wild. Gonna take a while before everything's properly synced.
Properly?
I did get to talk to the crab man, though.
You mean Tiago?
Anyway, he's been giving
It
me kind
is
of a
his ex-wife.
psychic rundown of this place. Dude's seen some crazy shit, but he's actually a lot like us.
What do you mean?
The man picks up on stuff, and he knows a lot about the church. I got a lot to learn from him. Good thing you didn't squash him.
What did Tiago tell you about the church?
The crabman's been lurking here for a while. He's experienced things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years ago as a sarcophagus.
And there are dead bodies here?
Not like a literal sarcophagus. I'm just being metaphorical.
What? What's it for?
Encasement, confinement, of something they were afraid of. Something new and unheard of on the Isla. I think that's what the crabman is experiencing when he climbs around upstairs. Like, this is some old world shit the Ubies had heard about. I thought the best way to deal with it was to build a church, surrounding it, to contain it.
Contain what, exactly?
I don't know, and it's not something they properly understood either, what it does. But it's what this Sona person is looking for, and trying to measure. It'll be fruitless though. She won't be able to measure it. People like that always want to measure everything. All those things they really can't.
What makes you think Suna's going to fail?
Seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. It's not like substance.
Found a doomed commercial area in Martinez proper. Maybe it's the same thing the Ubies were trying to contain,
Like a
whatever.
concentric ring spreading out. The struggling villages. And that is what caused the communards to fail in defending the beachhead. Yeah, a lot of failure has gone down around here.
You think there's any merit to the theory?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's not a thing we can answer, Cop Man. Even I have limits. I'm a limited psi person.
Well, if it's without substance, I guess there's nothing to worry about.
Maybe you can figure things out, Cop Man.
Cop man?
I think we got on a good level here. The signs are syncing up well.
So why are you so suspicious about everything?
Suspicious people are esoteric people. We don't go around spilling everything to Johnny Law. They don't call me Noid for nothing. It took us setting out for this whole
paranoid.
enterprise to get our signs synced.
Why are you called Noid anyway?
It's short for paranoid.
What are you suspicious of?
It'd be easier to list stuff I'm not suspicious of. I'm not suspicious
Cop
of sound
man.
and colour. Mechanics and chemistry also have a trueness about them. Most anything else deceives. Wants to steal your life away.
What are the most suspicious things?
I don't have a top 10 list of things I'm most suspicious of, but if I had one, the left-right complex would be number 1. Number 2 would be their sole accomplishment, the pig-wheat paradigm.
What are you saying?
Something is off here. You feel like it should be the other way around.
Does this mean you are mentally ill? Don't you mean the left-right paradigm and the pig-wheat complex?
No, politics is an inert complex of daily corruption and inane think pieces. The real paradigm is economic, and it concerns pig and wheat. This is where the innovation happens. It's only a theory. I suspect they're breeding a pig-wheat hybrid. Probably in Grad.
What? Tell me more about the left-right business.
I prefer not to. Both ask the wrong questions. Any spark of light from either one is accidental. Their combined movement's only concern is producing enough pig and wheat for everyone. The end goal of humanity.
That's not the combined movement's fucking concern. Not usually, not when it comes to the right.
The original mistake was assuming that words have more being than bodies. That's what led us astray, far from our true lives, but we may yet find a way back.
I think you've lost me.
Whatever this true life is, you feel it's the real centerpiece of this mythology.
What's suspicious about the production of pork and wheat?
It's our only shit. We should make better use of not being animals or cereal grain ourselves.
What's bad about cereal grain? Having enough food could be a precursor for greater things.
Yes, having food is means to an end, but the left never talks about the end, only the means. Caps are likewise suckers, constantly sleepless in worry.
I guess it's too high concept for me. Well, it was certainly stimulating. I want to ask you about something else now.
His eyes flicker.
You mentioned true life. What would that be like?
A life is true if it's free from fear, an internal division among oneself. And others, mankind has seeds of greatness in it. A germinal will come, a return to trueness. It will be hardcore.
How would you go about returning to this true life?
Beats and bright lights to shatter falsehoods. Nerve impulses for the collective body. We are very much alike in basic structure. An hard enough beat would awaken everyone to a truer calling. In unity.
How convenient that dance music is going to make us all live our true lives. What? What the fuck are you talking about?
Just like that. The speed freak is right in your face. His eyes burning. His comrades look on worriedly. The young man is dead serious about this. Rejection of the right-left axis. Emphasis on unity. Appreciation of some primordial mode of being. What does that remind you of?
Apparently reminds me of fascism.
Nationalism, militarism, racism, an emphasis on a leader character are totally absent in hardcore.
Fair enough, just making an observation.
He picks up a wrench and scratches his head with it, unaroused by fascism.
So you're advocating a noise-based society?
Many non-Occidental cultures share a beat at their art. Thus, they are closer to true, hardcore life. There's just never been enough of them, and they had to rely on some extremely basic percussion.
You keep mentioning hardcore. What does it mean to you?
Utmost dedication, thoughts from the spinal cord. It's a potent superlative as well.
The term also signifies certain varieties of pornography that depict penetration, just so you know.
Yes, thanks, Encyclopedia. Yeah, brother.
Egghead usually has a better concept of the hardcore. He just really likes saying hardcore.
Hardcore!
The term hardcore also denotes a strain of pornography that depicts penetration. Did you know that?
That's a pretty hardcore coincidence, don't you think?
Yeah!
Okay, change the subject.
Oh yeah, sure thing.
What's with the clothes?
They're hardcore.
You look like a woman with those earrings. Fuck off. That's it?
They're just clothes.
Thought there'd be more to it.
It's just a style, you know, normal hard style. Anyone can wear it.
Okay, take care, Noid.
Arno van Eyck. Okay, so Egghead is clearly not Van Eyck in disguise. Van Eyck is an Oranese disc jockey, but those people get around, especially in Revachol, in the clubs on Boogie Street. Perhaps he stayed here for a short stint and discarded part of the song he was working on, just threw it away, and then it ended up in the Hawthorn tree. But why? Did he think it was retrograde? It wasn't. Perhaps he caught a glimpse of the future and did not want for it to arrive just yet. Perhaps the city whispered the top line to him, and he was frightened by it.
All Modric's white checks unlocked. Reveals Arno van Eyck gig posters in the world. Unlocked? As in like they won't lock again? Or what does that mean?
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
Oh,
Goodbye, officer.
wrong guy to talk to. Egu Hedu.
Good morning, comrade. Yeah. Harder car.
I've thought about the discarded melody and came to the conclusion that Van Eyck has lived around here.
J'adore! God is close by, but maybe he doesn't have good enough ears. Let me turn it up so we can lure him here.
Cool, we did it. let me do a BRB, just so I don't have to do it later. I have like fucking 11 minutes before I'd have to do it, but just get over with. Is what I will do. Alrighty. Conceptualization is what I need to equip. I wish I could sort. Maybe there is a way I can sort, but I don't know how that would work. If it's true. Yeah, this gives me conceptualization. I'm gonna equip the where'd it go? Yeah, the white satin shirt. And the Samir, the lounge jacket. Is that it for my conceptualization bonuses that I can equip? Yes, looks like it.
Yo, man. What's on your mind?
Caught the key, analyzed the beat. Yeah.
Dedicated, hyperactive,
Awesome.
unified. You will have to add something of your own to understand this list of loosely formed qualities called hardcore. You need your own entry. Make it. Test your limits. Surpass them. Dance till you drop. Dance till you die, if you must.
You know, feels unfair. There's a party everywhere. I don't know what any of this fucking shit means. Let's go with number 1. Hard people, hard republic, hard cell, hard party. Hard riot, hard government. Core membership, core secretary, core teachings, core fighters.
Predictable, but solid.
Hardcore aesthetic. Thought gained. Not only have you internalized the hardcore aesthetic, you've also contributed to it. How hardcore could you possibly become? Low-core people come around you to correct your typos. It's hardcore here, hardcore there, hardcore in the third instant. What's going on? Those aren't typos, man. That's how core hardness works. If you don't know hardcore from our happy hardcore, what the fuck are we even talking about? I don't know. I have no idea.
Dead body, spirit entered. What is there to talk of? Sure.
What do I need for your dance shit?
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see
Savoir
you.
faire.
Goodbye, officer.
So. Well, here, I can equip the. I don't really know if anything here is going to increase my civil affair. these oversized superstar sunglasses, as a matter of fact. And I think that might be it. Not these fucking snakeskin shoes. Not these pants. So I guess I'll just not wear pants for a second.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
Oh, God. Nope, this is not it. I need something else, it seems.
Goodbye, officer.
Goodbye, office. See you later, office. I want to reduce my visual calculus. All right. Let's talk to her.
She's whistling a melody, her trusty contact mic attached to a wooden pulpit. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she was doing and turns to you.
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, you know? But like, underwater inside a tree.
Underwater? Yeah, sure.
And no, it's got nothing to do with Contact Mike.
Okay, fine.
I really wanted to say, thanks for getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates, such as they are.
How's everyone doing?
Good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Sauna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does. Behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much. And the Crabman hasn't shown himself, thank God.
Now, can you tell me about your associates?
Sure. You helped us out. I can repay the favour. What do you want to know?
Well, tell me about Egghead.
What do you mean?
What does he think he's doing when he yells all that stuff?
Oh, that. He's the party boy.
He told me as much, but what exactly is a party boy?
Anodic music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backward. No offence if you like rock music though. Rock music's cool by me.
Pachoo, pachoo, swish. Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned. Show her you're hip with the times, Gramps.
No offense taken. Go on.
Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right? To urge things on. That's where the party boy comes in. He basically just stands on the stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy.
I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance, like sneezing makes you sneeze, or yawning makes you... Anyway.
Thanks, Kim. Where's he from? How long has he been with you guys?
Actually, we don't know where he's from, or who he is, really. One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Forburg. Or maybe even Coal City. I can't remember. Maybe it was Coal City.
The worst of the Banlieues. A wretched heap of closed-down mines, even west of Gemra, on the dusty slope of Montmartin, the remotest possible area of Revachol. No one even wants to exploit those people anymore.
Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning, all night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines. There were mines? Yeah, it was in Coal City. Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. Couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City, because it took us 2 days to walk back to the fort. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked why he came with us, or who he was. I think his name is Jermaine. People are sweet.
You can see it must have been a great night. The memory causes it.
Oh, that.
Oh, oops.
He's the party boy.
My bad. Oh,
Another
fuck.
music.
Pachoo,
Yeah, yeah.
pachoo, Swish.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I understand. Anyway.
Tell me about the others.
who do you want to know about?
Noid.
He's a four-burger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest are from Forburg, making the pilgrimage up north to visit the Elysium. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle.
What does he do?
What do you mean do? Like for a living?
Yeah.
He's a carpenter, trained and all.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
good, he just doesn't have the mindset to work like that. In a shop somewhere.
yeah. That's because Noid. This is my only option. That's because Noid is violently hardcore. I have internalized it. I understand why he doesn't stoop to servitude. Do you?
Wow, you really have talked to him. Indeed, Noid serves no master but the beat.
And you?
Sir, I abide by the law.
What is this pilgrimage you're talking about?
It's just something poor Forburg kids do every spring. To pass the time, we walk the entire length of Boogie Street, up to Jamrock, or as much as possible.
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering.
Let's say I haven't been down Boogie Street.
Okay, then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people.
I might just do that if I make it there alive.
Yeah, I hope you do.
Tell me about the
Who
others.
do you want to know about?
Andre.
Andre? He's a cool guy. Doesn't really come off as one, but he is. To me, at least.
She rubs her sides, but not from cold. Her shoulders are relaxed. She must have taken a hit, or she's on an upswing.
He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. For what life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organizer.
Was he organized?
Nothing. But then again, there's nothing to organise around here either. He really wants this church thing to work. Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. Andre's not super intelligent. I've never seen him so psyched about anything though. And he's often psyched. Looks sort of desperate, like it's his last chance or something. Or maybe he was just high. I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know?
Relax, we're police officers, but we're corrupt. We're rotten to the marrow. You can tell us about drugs and shit, I don't give a fuck. On life?
Yes. Anyway.
Is Andre your boyfriend?
Yes.
Tell me about the others.
Who do you want to know about?
Tiago.
Oh, the crab man. Still gives me the creeps the way he moves. But he doesn't actually come down that much, just climbs around the rafters. I just try to stay away from the crab man. But he talks to Noid. They seem to have some thing going on.
Talks annoyed, what for?
Beats me. Noid said they get along somehow. They're both crazy enough, I guess.
What does he do up there?
Who knows? He doesn't really answer our questions, see? Not that it's easy to ask them. What are we supposed to do, yell up at the tower?
Okay. About the
Who
others?
do you want to know about?
Suna.
Oh, she's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know? Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today she told me about Welkins? And she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen, I was busy with my mic.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? Again?
Yes, I forgot.
I told you, I'm a silver bird.
There's that phrase again. Really reminds you of something.
What does that mean?
It means I don't answer questions about myself.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna look up Silverbird real fast. What does it mean to call yourself a silver bird? Someone who doesn't break under questioning. Okay.
Sure.
Reaction speed, huh? I don't think I have anything to increase my reaction speed, do I? I have something to decrease my fucking reaction speed. Very helpful.
Yes, what is it?
How's the project going? I see that your neighbors have moved in, but all I hear is nautic dance music.
What? What did you say?
How's the project going?
I can't hear you! The music is too loud!
The project, how is it going?
Oh, the project! It's not going well!
Why?
There's that guy! I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speakers.
Why don't you just ask him?
He doesn't listen to me! He only ever seems to care about hardcore and Yekukata! A place to be, apparently!
I will talk to him.
Thanks! Maybe you can get through his magic rhymes! Let me know how it goes!
Good morning, comrade! Yeah! Harder car!
Hey, can you please route Suna's signal through your speakers?
To the Mega! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary. What kind of a cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5?
3.5.
Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary lining is 4.5 millimeter. These two don't mix.
Oh no, we're going to be in this church forever.
No, it's fine, Kim.
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here.
Okay.
Hang on, this is a 4.5. We're all good people.
The Grinny sticks the plug into the auxiliary line and you can hear a satisfying click.
Whoa, thank God. Adapters noticeably degrade the sound quality.
They sure do.
Great! Someone got through to him! Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn the music off, please?
Egg.
Everybody! Everybody! Don't panic! I'm going to turn off the on-off for just a sec.
Young
For
man.
a special scheduled event.
Yeah.
The on-off will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. All right, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes, and then I'll turn off the music.
Yes, what is it?
Talk to Egghead. He plugged in the cable. You can now unmute your speakers.
Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit? Just in case.
Maximum! Maximum is the only way!
I know it is, but could you please turn it down just this instance? Just this one time? Maximum is not the only way, okay?
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the hard master! There's no other way! Glue style!
Glue style? Okay, there literally is no other way. The mixing desk is glued to maximum.
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless.
I think what Egg is trying to say here is that the volume button is stuck on maximum.
Of course it is.
Yeah! Permanent enlightenment! Ray of sound!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute the speakers on a count of 5. Everyone ready?
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
Born ready.
Ready.
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically. Not so stoically, his hand moves to the gun holster.
What? Whoa, Kim.
There's tightness in your chest. Anxiety.
Okay, ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged.
Lifts her hand from the keyboard. Complete silence fills the room.
No wind outside, no waves, no floorboards creaking. Total, continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate. It's out there now, in the world, made manifest.
What?
It will devour everything. The floorboards, the glass, the streets and the people. Nothing will remain.
Guys, what's going on?
There's alarm in the man's voice as he steps back to scan his surroundings. A slight rattle like crystal clattering in the cupboard fills the air, joining the chorus.
This fragile world is about to break.
It's getting louder.
Says Noid, his eyes riveted on the strange circle of water basins.
In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling.
Hosiana! Mother of Mega!
You hear Egghead yell, then something else, but his voice is growing faint.
He's peaking. The worst high he's ever been on.
It was in me at first.
The beauty and the beat! The future of dance! Planetary!
No, Egg! It's the window!
The glass shards around Dolores, dazed, vacant heart, appear to be vibrating from the sound. It almost looks as if she's alive.
In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside, cautiously, his eyes searching for a possible evacuation route.
The window is going to come down. No, the roof!
Oh! A screech fills the air, a scream of wooden nails, the pillars of the church twist and creak above and around you.
Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark.
Come down to us! Love!
Below it, all the bass grows, like the jaws of a giant compressor gnawing on metal and wood. It does not sound benevolent at all. It's shaking the building.
What have you wrought?
The floor twists. A great pulse arises in your flesh.
That's it. I'm muting it.
Yeah, we should stop. Soon I'll mute it.
Shit! It doesn't stop. A seal? Have you?
Oh no!
Yes! I've turned it off! Andre, pull the compressor! The place is gonna come down!
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here. It's...
In the mixing desk now, building into a positive feedback loop. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down.
Egghead, it's in the desk.
And then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead, holding a dangling cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector.
Egg.
I pulled the plug. It was getting too hardcore. You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time? This is what we were up against. Just erased it. Suliswolf isn't gonna believe this.
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I think we can use it.
It was dope.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now. Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And
Eggman.
you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's a start.
Kim, did you hear that?
It was very hard not to. I think you're right. There is something going on here. And you need to be very careful with it.
I promise, officer. We will not play it again.
What was that? I've never heard anything like that.
It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically, I have no idea. I've never even heard of anything like this.
A voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure.
You're going to write Solislav?
Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear. They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyway.
What happens now? Are you going to...
Stay here. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Sulispov. Also devise further measurements.
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but thank you anyway.
That's the best she can manage for Andre. It's quite a lot in truth. For her, at least.
Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind.
Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez. Instead of demolishing it with loud bass noise of unknown origins.
Some tiny hard thing lets go in your stomach. You're still alive. You don't know enough about the world. But that Joyce, if you knew all she knows, could put it together.
Oh, yeah? -10. Pale unknown. So I should go talk to Joyce, I guess? God, I have so little things left to do at the moment. That's terrifying. How do I give her... How do I give the stupid window my figurines? How does that work?
The mother of humanism stands above you. Why? That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else? The mother of humanism towers above you.
Huh.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
Goodbye, officer.
Anything else to talk to these guys about right
Good
now?
morning, comrade. Yeah. Harder car.
Whoa, that was a crazy sound we heard before.
Yeah! It was awesome and scary. Very hardcore.
Very hardcore!
Too hardcore, in fact. I couldn't control it at all.
What happened?
It sucks up all the air in the mix until it's the only thing left. Starts compressing itself and everything around it. Completely fills up the headspace. Extreme!
Inside your chest, the heart beats still with the after effects of the sound. Imagine if you could harness that power, making it pulse.
What if this is the answer to Van Eyck's jam? We could use the sound for the bass.
Oh! Oh!
Ah!
What about the compressor? The one with the spiky hair was setting up to achieve some sort of parallel processing.
Well, let me look at my interfacing options real fast again. I think these gloves have +2 interfacing, yeah. Any other interfacing? If not, it's time to just save and reload. Or rather, save scum. These are +1, but the gloves are +2. Tools also give me bonuses. Oh, okay.
comrade! Yeah!
Sidechain the beat.
I see. I just keep passing checks. I don't have to reload like ever. Sidechain, what does it even mean?
Listen, you can use the compressor to select between which track it's compressing, either the auxiliary signal or the main input from the tape. Make it alternate between the signals. The compressor controls the gain based on the level of the signal on the aux sidechain input. It will allow maintaining a loud sound without peaks that fill up all the headspace.
Okay. Egg, you'd start sidechaining it.
Sidechaining it, you said?
He turns down the music, his hands moving deftly across the mixer, setting up the necessary controls.
Then he puts on his headphones and his eyes go wide, wider than they've ever gone on drugs. He starts jumping up and down, with bliss, in total silence, still listening to his headphones.
Hey, what did you do to Egghead, Cop Man? Did you break him?
Just wait and see.
Are you ready, pussy?
Noid straightens his back, ready for the beat.
I was born ready, Egg.
Give him a thumbs up.
The audio assault is glorious. The speed freak dances on the stage, intensely waving his hand in the air.
This is beauty! This is life!
What in the world is going on? The way melody and bass flow together, it's unnatural.
It's unnatural.
Your body is taking a beating from the low frequencies crashing over you. It's making you feel alive again.
This one is for the another generation.
Introducing the ultimate sound!
We have tamed the sound, made it our own.
God damn it. This dance club idea might just work out.
DeLorean Church! The place to be! Pump it! Pump it!
So now can I dance?
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
It's still really fucking low, isn't it?
Goodbye, officer.
What have I not done in here?
Yo, mate.
Yo!
Welcome back.
Yeah, reaction speed. What do I have? I got 3. Alright, here. Here.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your eyes and dream of the shapes your body should form to bring this strange music into life. For now, such ferocity of motion is beyond you.
But just imagine the moves you could pull to this futuristic beat.
Puts a grin on your face just to think about it. Even a failed attempt gets the juices flowing and repairs some of the damage done by battles lost. If you up the dose and truly dance, who knows what will happen?
Sure.
Goodbye, officer.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your...
You close your...
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your...
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
You close your eyes and vacate your skull, leaving your brain to wonder, where did that little fluttering light go?
Total darkness. You sink down the darkest fathoms of your own personal deep, vertebrate by vertebrate, through the unformed skulls of your mind.
What? Mind or spine? Vertebrae or vertebrae? What?
Here it will begin.
Where did the church go?
Who fucking cares?
I'm scared.
Good. You should be.
Where did the music go?
Oh, don't worry. The music's still there. It's you who is gone.
No, really, why can't I hear anything?
This is a pivotal moment. Try not to piss yourself.
Concentrate on hearing?
Nothing. Just the immaculate silence of
Nothing.
your spinal fluid. Electrified.
What was that about unformed skulls?
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every vertebrae in your spine is an unformed skull ready to pop up and replace the old one. Like shark teeth. The one you're currently in has a little brain forming in it, waiting for its turn.
Hi, spinal cord.
To rule the world.
Oh my god, is that true?
Yes, it's all true. In the spinal cord.
What do you want?
From what I can see, it's about to bust a move.
Do it.
Foolhardy, do you even know what's happening on the surface? Maybe 1,000 years have passed. Or maybe you started spazzing out like 2 seconds ago.
With your eyes still closed, the first thing you feel, all the way back in the pivoting darkness of your own torso, is warmth. You have become a triumph of rhythmoplastics, somewhere in a smelly wooden church on the coast of Revachol. The wounds from the war you waged on your body are healing, twist by twist, turn by turn. You must have touched upon an entirely new way of moving the human body. Every motion is pumping your brain full of endorphins. Open your eyes to the pioneering glory of hard style.
I just, everything about this side quest keeps healing Harry's fucking soul and body. Amazing.
As you open your eyes, you should scream, hyper, hyper. It seems appropriate.
Do it.
You have become a flawless interlocking mechanism, a flesh and bone approximation of the throb coming from the speakers of the one called eggheads, entirely, rigidly imbecilic, without pity or fear.
Holy shit!
Free from self-awareness, no deliberation, only, and I mean only, execution.
Oh my god! No way!
This is really happening.
With his reel-to-reel mixer blasting the anthem of a future that will never come, the young man observes your moves for a second. He throws a screwdriver and a bunch of drill chucks into the corner and explodes into dance. What he lacks in sharpness, he more than makes up for in violent enthusiasm.
Kim, get in here!
What's going on here?
I said get in here and dance!
The lieutenant squeezes the bridge of his nose. The light reflects off his glasses, giving him the appearance of a surgeon in the middle of a tense procedure. He's having trouble adjusting to the new reality before him.
What's happening?
I'm not doing anything. The music just made up its mind a long time ago. I'm just implementing.
Good for you. Rock on then.
Hey, I called you to dance.
What?
Oh my god. Oh my god. 83% +1 respects you +3 outrank him +1 dancing so infectious. This is a red check. It cannot be retried. I swear to fucking God.
Who's the one in charge? You are.
Yes! Lieutenant, I'm only going to pull rank on you one time. That time is now.
Are you kidding me?
I assure you I am not. Now get your groove on, Lieutenant.
Get my what on?
I said get your goddamn groove on, Boogie Woogie.
Sheesh, okay.
He backs up with his hands raised in the air, observing the crisscross of your feet.
Okay, you psychopath. I see what you're doing there. It's jacked up footwork. Plus, is that Ubi folk dancing?
Nah, it's not Ubi folk. It's hardcore.
Yeah. Whatever.
You talk a big talk, Lieutenant. Let's see some moves.
Oh yeah? I did 15 years in the juvenile crime unit. I can do age inappropriate. Now, check this shit out.
The lieutenant begins to heal
Yeah!
with such intensity, it's reasonable to fear he'll kick a hole right through it, causing the floor to crack and the pillars to collapse, bringing the church roof down on all of you.
Excel, what are you doing?
The young woman lifts her headphones up slightly and raises her chin, looking at you expectantly.
Asil, aren't you going to dance?
No, recording.
She turns to Suna, then back to you. She briskly shakes her head and puts her headphones back on. Oh, come on!
The lead programmer throws the other young woman a knowing glance before turning her attention back to her own work.
Oh, what?
She's still at her mainframe, pressing buttons, reading printouts, but she started nodding her head along to the music.
Okay, at least there's that. Dance! It's the law.
The young man immediately bounces up and down, then assumes the same dance pattern, embellishing it with some sort of waving motion. The authority of the law is clearly unquestionable.
Is there anything more I can do? I want to break the limit.
The dynamic motion of your flailing body is bordering on the extreme. You're going off the charts. You feel as if turning on the hyperdrive will be a point of no return. Feels almost memorable. Are you sure you have the entire posse along for this?
Yes, together. Where are you?
Here we go again.
Hardcore finish.
And I'm so sorry!
The sound above my head.
What now? The sound above your what?
Above my hair, man.
Okay, this is too imbecile. Excuse me.
Please! Please! Please!
On the coast
Yes!
of the Martinez Inlet, in a small weather-beaten stave church built 380 years ago by settlers from the Occident, most likely to guard against an anomaly at its center. An officer of the RCM is contorting his body into idiotically rigid shapes as he invents the future of dance music. It's the hardest anyone has ever danced.
What is this strange feeling I keep having? This cold. Even now.
I am La Revacholière.
What?
I am the city.
What do you mean you are the city?
I am a fragment of the world spirit, the genius Loki of Revachol. My heart is the wind corridor. The bottom of my air is red. I have 100,000 luminous arms. Come morning, I carry industrial dust and let it settle on tree leaves. I shake the dust from those leaves and onto your coat. I've seen you. I've seen you. I've seen you with her. And I've seen you without her. I've seen you on the crescent of the hill.
How are you talking to me?
The modulations of my voice are noted down with thermometers and barometers. You feel me in your nostrils, on the little hairs on the back of your neck. I also reside in your lungs and vestigial organs. Everywhere there is space.
But who am I? Why are you talking to me?
You are an officer of the citizens' militia, Jean Tinrebu. When you wear your coat, you wear my soul. You move through my streets freely, in motor carriages and on foot. You have access to the hidden places. You also circulate among those who are hidden. I need you. You can keep me on this earth. Be vigilant. I love you.
What is happening?
An officer of the RCN is lying on the floor of a small church with his eyes rolled back and his tongue lolling out. Several others are standing around him. He slowly comes to.
Did you just dance until you died? Looks like it.
Had a good rest there?
I spoke to the city of Revachol.
Fuck yeah! I bet you did. Those were some advanced moves, man.
That's all great, but we should really get going. We spent enough time doing aerobic exercise for today.
You might be imagining it, but it feels like Egghead turned the volume down. Such is his respect.
Man! Now, man! Now... Now imagine if we could do that, right? But with like 1,000 people.
End of human development. Mission complete.
Right, ecstatic.
All right!
You're absolutely beat. Muscles relaxed and feet like noodles underneath.
Goodbye, officer.
Goodbye, officer. Night.
Hardcore.
Damn, my reaction speed. I might spend a point on reaction speed.
Hardcore.
The silver bird has already flown away. I will catch it later.
Hardcore.
Hot cup.
O pasaro de agint. It flutters by your ear. It's what the Zemoyaki, the Gradian community in Revachol, call a person who never breaks under interrogation. It's an organized crime term.
Excuse me?
She casually brushes her hair on her hand through her hair.
She's attempting to remain calm, but the phrase made her flinch.
I remember now. It's a Zemoyaki term for someone who won't break under questioning, an organized crime term.
What do you mean?
The silver bird.
All right. My father was a Zemyaki. He died years ago. He was a bad man. Not a lot of good things to say about him and what he did. He bought the family a huge house, so we got to live, at least temporarily, in a giant castle in Jamrock. And then he died.
What happened next?
What do you think? The competition came and took everything away. It was like in a war zone. So after his death, we had nothing left, and we were in danger. My mother had to change her name, mine too. We left it all behind.
Nice to hear you kids are good these days.
Gee, thanks. Now, was there anything else on your mind?
Nah. I got what I wanted.
Yo, man.
Yes, what is it?
Right, I gotta go talk to... Okay. Yeah.
Good morning, comrade.
Awesome. It has been 2 o'clock a.m. for a hot bit, I assume. I think I read that the time doesn't change once it hits 2 until you go to bed. As like a way to let you keep doing shit. As long as there's no time-related things. Relax, it's not yours. You didn't crash every MC in Revachol. Hopefully. Hardcore to the mega. Doors closed for today. Don't put the kids to sleep. Besides, Kim, it's not like we're wasting time. It's 2 a.m. for fuck's sake. Everything's gonna be fine. Not a whole lot more that could be happening right now anyway. Actually, can I just equip the flashlight? Would that make this easier? Yeah, it seems like it. It's reducing the darkness a little bit. Oh, it's a light. What's this? The faint smell of soldering, melted insulation, nylon, and ozone. Okay. Cool! Good for nylon and ozone. Happy for them. This has been carved to the wall. Transnation. Ignation. Alright, let me go talk to the ultra-liberal. I feel like such a stupid asshole for not realizing that's what she was. Again, shows how much I actually know about politics. Or rather, for not realizing when she described ultra-liberalism herself that it was what it was.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with at this late hour?
It's night. Don't you ever sleep?
Matter of fact, I don't.
Why is that?
I have a medical condition of my own. Nothing unusual, though. I'm old, you see.
Old, huh? I think I have that too.
Don't worry. It's curable. With questions. Ask me some. It'll help pass this night.
More questions about reality?
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead. Ask me anything.
What is
all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What world is this?
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see?
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough. There is a term of endearment they coined for it, in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included.
What is it?
Elysium.
Elysium, the world needs a term of endearment.
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
What is hell?
A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
I don't feel like I've got the whole picture yet.
Oh, you want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
Oh, okay. How come?
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
Inside sideways. What shape is this world then?
We used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG, Occident Revichol-Grad.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific contributors, They're piecing together a dark grey corona.
The dark grey corona?
Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
A cold fear seeps into you.
What the hell are you telling me?
You seem to be spooked. Please don't be.
The Pale. Now, what do you mean, corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness.
What the fuck?
I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound.
A fractured corona doesn't feel like it's going to bring anyone together.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Doesn't sound like any kind of disco I'd like to go to.
But you already have. And you're doing just fine, despite the rubble.
Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides. The lieutenant observes you both, silently. He adjusts his glasses.
You said pale. What is pale?
The pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Wow, it gets worse the more I hear about it.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. We do have a case to attend to.
Kim! Please!
His voice is low, but firm. All she can say is,
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
I don't want to. I want to know what the pale is.
I don't think your colleague would appreciate that. He has already been so patient with this whole exercise.
Yo, Kim, fuck off.
Let's continue with something else, all right? You can ask about anything else in the world. Anything.
New task. Talk to Joyce about the pale without Kim. Fucking understood.
you could sneak back later when the lieutenant is not here, unless you can convince him to step aside.
Ask for Kim to step away while you discuss the pale.
Good idea. Just ask him. He won't make a scene.
Kim, can I talk to the man alone for a second?
Fine.
Bro does not want to hear about the pale.
See? What can he do? You're a grown man.
Now, what is the pale?
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant.
Yes, what is the pale?
Okay. The pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
And what is an isola?
Isola is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7. Muindi, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
And Insulinde is?
An oceanic isola. It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear.
So it's not just islands separated by this expanse of nothing. It's also oceans. What is the pale like?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or any thing in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
What? Is it here?
No, detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla.
And there?
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the pale is called Porch Collapse.
We can't travel across it, I imagine.
Imagine a grey coronal mist. Cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
You can't just use the word disco the same way Kingdom Hearts uses the word darkness.
You hear your pulse rise. The air feels caustic and cold suddenly.
What are its physical qualities?
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic.
What?
The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension. Right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working.
What?
No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
What the fuck is this fucking world, man? If we're surrounded by Pale, how do you get from Isola to Isola?
Oh, it is so difficult for us.
Yeah, apparently.
A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbor. Firm. Self-evident.
It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path.
What?
But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost, or having our minds damaged.
The Pale can damage the mind.
Extensively.
How?
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter. They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
What does this over-radiation feel like?
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of Pale exposure per year.
Wow.
It's more for her. Way more.
You're not a civilian passenger.
No, Lieutenant Dubois. I'm entreprenetic business class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually.
Someone else you've met may have been exposed as well. The strange grey-haired woman in her lorry.
Do lorry drivers pass the Pale?
Yes. Carried in the hulls of airships. It's a horrific job. Automation will abolish it soon.
You should ask the Pale driver about this. See what she says.
Are you over-radiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
An acidic smile on her lips. It's getting worse every year.
What is entroponetic?
Entroponetics is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
Did they cross it, the Western Plain?
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
What has entroponetics changed then?
Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Aerostatic craft.
Hybrid airships, detective.
Yeah.
Conventional rotors or jet engines No longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near pale to far pale. In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely.
If we do not,
then they don't.
Okay.
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
How much pale is there compared to the world?
The pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
To our detriment?
What do you think, Detective?
It's growing. There's more and more of the pale.
Precisely. One of the few measurable effects of the pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
It's not extreme at all. It's going to happen.
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge. I suggest you do the same.
Let's return to reality.
Yes, sweet reality. But before we do, tell me, Detective.
So, like global warming. At least with the pale, it's literally no one's fault. At least as far as I can tell.
Is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
I'm getting a sense of who I am, but no, I didn't know this.
Beyond curious. Tell me, what do you think of the pale?
It will end all life.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes tense, crow's feet radiate from them. She observes you, their bloodshot eyes and swollen face.
Your ailing constitution, sweaty forehead, the beads there, and your heavy breathing.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then...
It'll be a fucking disaster. All those people will die.
Steel yourself, officer. Your colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi, he is competent. I checked up on him. And you also have me. I will try to assist you in any way I can.
Some of that assurance is meant for herself, as much as it's meant for you. She must have a lot on the line here.
Even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
Oh, he was talking about his competency. I was talking about everybody. If this is so common knowledge, why was Kim so against talking about it? I think Kim just didn't want to get into the very concept of everything that is the pale, maybe.
Good. You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing.
Oh,
Are
maybe
we
that's
still
why.
on the reality lowdown, or should we do actual police work now?
That was fucking insane. Kim!
Yes, well, the rest of us have dealt with it for thousands of years, so...
He looks around a little uncomfortable now.
You will have to deal with it, too, the lieutenant thinks. This is why I didn't want you to know.
Some more reality lowdown before we go.
I am happy to oblige.
What is something close to me? RCM can access SCP database. RCM decomptage known. RCM uses unjacketed ammo. RCM cam debrief done. This is a white check, right? Right, video game? Yes.
6 kilometers southwest, in the Valley of Dogs, Junior Officer Chad Tilbrook takes aim at a rabid black dog licking its wounds in the grass. To his left, his partner, Emil Mullins, whispers, "You heard what happened to Tequila Sunset in Martinez?"
Tequila Sunset.
Yes, he lost his mind, Tilbrook answers, fingers on the trigger. Don't worry, ML. He pulls it out slowly. Slowly now. He'll find it again. We always do.
What am I?
You? You're an officer of the RCM.
The Revachol Citizens Militia.
Preciso mundo.
Good. And what is the Revachol Citizens Militia?
Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, Detective.
Yeah, I know all this.
Yes, we are the Revachol Citizens Militia.
You said de facto?
Yes. That means not de jure. The RCM acts in what is poetically called the twilight of international law, both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin.
What do you mean?
The RCM's responsibilities are defined by the Emergency, Wayfarer and Aliments Acts, 3 pieces of legislation keeping the city in a, let's be honest, laissez-faire stasis to the benefit of foreign capital.
All 3 are good to know when we are out policing.
I'm basically a thrall to foreign interests.
There's nothing basic about your role, Detective. It's true that the RCM keeps everything the way our seemingly permanent provisional rulers like it. Yet, on the other hand, I know these people. I deal with them daily. Let me tell you, dear, they are not fans of you.
Why?
The post-revolutionary decade was a disaster for the coalition government. Revachol in the 20s was hell, especially on the west side of the river. Gang warfare, a botched privatization scheme, a nuclear pile meltdown. They called it the international zone because no nation wanted to claim responsibility. The RCM restored peace where the coalition failed. A true blue citizens' initiative. They will never forgive you.
That's somewhat of an exaggeration. In reality, ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement. Revacholians get to keep the peace in Revachol, and the coalition doesn't have to worry about it. Anyway, sorry to intrude. Please continue.
Yes, Lieutenant. Permit me to conclude with this. Who you are, to me, is the police. The only legitimate law enforcement authority in Revachol.
Thank you, ma'am.
And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, well, I'm here to help.
Okay.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
Okay. Alright, let me do a BRB. Okay. I think all I can really do on this day is go to, or rather all I have left that I can do is see what new thing I can do now that I know the pale over at the church, and I just have to kind of take the sleepy. And hope day 5 has new things to do. Because if not, I'm kind of fucked. I need to come down here. I saw what you did at the end there. I did not see what I did at the end there. I think what I did at the end there was completely coincidental. Oh, that song, My Fist on the Tablet covered the message and dumbass took so long to reply. No, well, I forgot. That song played through the single-player only story, Puffy, so while I suffered with it, you didn't have to deal with it as much as I did because you didn't have to play it, so the song not sending you into a panic makes a little more, little sense. A little more sense than it didn't make. Fuck. Never mind. I give up on speaking English again. It's not worth it. Remember your suffering. Was it fucking like 3 different fucking streams it took me to fucking finish that boss fight? Every time I think about replaying Superstars, every single fucking time, I think of everything to do with like the later half of the main story mode's boss fights. And then every fucking thing to do with the second story and then the true final boss. The super duper actual true final boss. It all sucked. Every time I think about replaying that fucking game, that's always what stops me. Is mainly just thinking about the boss fights. Awful. Awful experience. I don't want to do it again. Someday, hopefully, that JX guy, the remix we were just listening to, hopefully all of his remixes will get ported into the game through a mod. Otherwise, I need to figure out how to do it myself because they're you know, for one, it's just cool hearing all the songs remixed to Genesis remixes, but they're also done in such a way where the really repetitive songs get additional parts to them. The guy's very good at what he does. I don't think every single song in the game is, oh, what about, oh, that's actually what she said. Okay. I don't think every single song in Superstars is garbage or anything, but I think there's more songs than there are fantastic songs, and having them all remixed to the Genesis sounding variants that the JX dude does would probably enhance my enjoyment of a replay. Would definitely help.
Yes, what is it?
I still need more logic. Logic. +2 logic. Oops. +1 logic. +1 logic. Oh, nope, not as good as +2 logic. Give it back. Okay.
Yes, what is it?
Only 58. All right, let me do a quick. Or nope, let me do a quick save.
The swallow, you mean?
Oops.
What about freight?
Freight.
Yes, what is it?
All you hear is silence in your head.
Let me level up my logic. My logic's already very high. But fuck it.
Yes, what is it?
You don't have to. You already have. A long time ago.
What? How?
These thoughts formed in you somewhere, in a long-forgotten discussion, behind the kitchen table, in the evening light.
What are you talking about? What?
And a woman, she was there too. Her hair smelled of shampoo as she was smoking.
He formed a theory with his ex-wife? Or... Suna, it is the origin point of the Pale. Wait! In this fucking church?!
What?
The swallow. It's how it starts. It's baby Pale. What the fuck?!
But Pale isn't here. We're thousands of kilometers from the edge.
That comforts her.
What? What? No. We are 20 meters from the very edge. What?
She looks up into the darkness under the nave, then back at you.
The Pale is only an effect, a transition between the world and that. But his dialogue with God, I forgot her fucking Joyce seemed to imply that he had never heard of the Pale before, but now he's suddenly remembering he had a theory about it with his ex-wife? Pale's only an effect, a transition between the world and that.
Then what is that?
It's nothing. No, it's less than nothing.
The final rest state for reality. Imagine if all this never was.
Then the Pale is...
Simply a gradient?
But the gradient It clearly hasn't started yet. We're here, and the Pale is not.
One day when it's larger, it will be.
I understand. A theory of the Pale where instead of an outer ocean, it metastasizes. Like a cancer or a mold. Erupting in points inside the world.
Dude, this world sucks! Like, it's not just gonna swallow up, it's going to remove their existence or something? What? This is one of those places.
According to this, how long?
Until it starts swallowing. It's already started, starting with sound.
And information. Causing data losses in the East Indian front. Have you considered why it's formed in a church? And also when or how it might start growing, or if it has other effects, in addition to sound and data?
What the fuck, man?
I also have a question, since we are piling them on. How do you know this? I'm not doubting you. I'm simply curious as to how a detective of the RCM...
No, that's a good question, Kim. Who the fuck is Harry? Every time we think we know who he is.
Knows how to think this.
Didn't form in a church. The church formed around it.
Of course! A pine wood sarcophagus. Or a containment facility of some kind. Built by the first settlers.
Yes, acting on an instinctual level, or religious practices we've forgotten.
I have considered the same. The bad news is, there were 7 pinewood churches built in the first decade of provincial settlement. Most of them were burnt down during the revolution, or repurposed before, during the suzerain. I'm not saying all of them have one in them, but...
Some of them might. A black grain hanging in the air.
All the failed businesses in the doomed commercial area. All the failure in Martinez.
You think the presence of that puncture has somehow influenced the outcome of events here? Even, say, software development?
Yes, even the revolution was defeated here. I mean, a kind of anthroponetic history.
I told the producers we need to go and move to a normal office building. With amenities. But no, the artists like the milieu, the writers like the history. I told them.
Is it better they don't know? I should let people still working in there know about this. They might be affected.
You mean Plaisance and the Dice Maker? There was almost no one left when we packed up.
Sure, both of them.
Then go tell them.
I think I've had this thought before. That's how I know.
An amateur anthropomedic police officer. I'd like to say I've heard stranger things, but I'm not sure. This is a hell of a guess, however. Well worded, I might add.
Yes, it is very interesting. But I wouldn't say you know. This is a guess. One that's going to have to be proved by anthroponetic scientists.
One day all the world will be like that 2mm hole.
She falls silent. The wind blows in through the hole in the stained glass window. Cold and moist.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
I'm going to leave that out. But the rest? Some of this I can use to start to explain this to the rest of the team. Maybe I'll sound mad, but...
Man, you will certainly sound mad.
One more thing. Maybe a club for anodic music isn't the worst thing you can erect around this particular point in space.
Perhaps not.
Yeah! Once the light is on in the universe, it will never go out!
Thank you, Egghead. Let's leave it at that, shall we? We have an anthroponetic detection to perform in this district.
I'll let you work in peace now. What's the new thought I just got? Cleaning out the rooms? Someone's been walking around in your dreams lately. What the fuck? Looking for something. Tidying up, rearranging, storing away all the unrealized dreams, putting old pains in the boxes The worst nightmares have settled down for a while. A spot of light on the bedroom door after the dark. The fluttering of eyelids in the spring sun. I thought the rise is only to disappear again, and yet there's a pattern emerging. Excuse me! Oh yeah, this was about a murder. Yeah. Is it about a murder anymore? Internalize that fucking thought. Ugh. Yeah, someone pissed on the shirt. Okay. One day I'll get better pants, maybe. The murder of the entire world, apparently. Yeah. I do need to talk to Dice Maker and Plaisance, but I'll still go sleep. That is still a thing that I will do now.
It's getting late, and it's snowing. Time to call it a day.
Good night, Kim.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, such as it is, with
Korozhev jacket, +1 logic, huh? Do I not have something that's better than that? That gives +1 logic as a jacket? Maybe I don't. What a goddamn day!
if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest. The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Dark shore my ass, I know what this is.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately? Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people and then forgets about it.
Okay, so I'm a murderer and that's bad.
Hear that? He doesn't even flinch. Iceman doesn't care about killing people. That's nothing to him. Blackwater, under the bridge. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
What is it?
Don't tell him, sister. It's too bad.
Olympics, I didn't real. Okay.
They're right. This is their function. To keep you from it.
Why are you doing this? I just want to sleep. I can almost see the dark.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream. The worst of them all.
The last dream?
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
The face forms in summertime.
In hell, an ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay.
Doesn't sound like it will be okay.
Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
Open your eyes. Link! Open your eyes. Link! Why'd he go over to the chair just to be sit up? Hi, Kim. What the play? Yes, okay. That's right. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Wait, before I get too excited. It's a new day! And I should check the stupid trap one more time, I guess. The game's not telling me anything new is going to happen anymore, but... I'll be thorough. I'll be motherfucking thorough. They're up there again. Want their trap to work so fucking bad? Me too, man.
A few locusts trudge along the wall of the trap. The rest are poor things.
Yeah. Well, that's it then. That's all there was to that story. Alright, alright. That's just swell. Hello, father and son combination. Is there anything to talk to you fuckers about anymore?
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning?
Alright, bye. Alright, let's go to... I don't think Plaisance is awake yet. We go to Dice Maker. And I can go to the... Kim's motor vehicle, and we can ask about the fucking armor again.
The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak and unhealthy. A few lie on their backs with their legs twitching. Still, no phasmid. Poor things.
Oh, wait. Did I go check the other traps? Huh. Well, no, because it would be the one trap. Oh. I don't know anymore. Hi, good morning, fucker.
Top of the morning to you. How may I be of service?
Isn't being forced to get up for work at dawn a little inhumane?
Perhaps. I just like being awake for the transition between night and morning. bearing witness to the first hints of light on the horizon.
I have something else to sell.
Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I can apparently sell every single fucking postcard. They're completely safe. I think yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm safe to sell the filament memory too. Okay. And then,
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
Right.
Another time, perhaps.
And then, this was...
Typical Martinez street.
700 fucking real for a fucking light.
You see rows of tall, big men on big horse.
Franconite.
A long, long time ago.
Yeah.
All the old boomboxes are there.
Okay. There's nothing else to buy at this place except for the light. Which I don't think I want. Ever.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
This is Precinct 57. How may I... Yes. It took some
Ah.
convincing, but I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
The lieutenant leans in to listen.
Shoot.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Cortenaer. That's Ellis Kortenaer. Exact date of birth, unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February, 09.
Did she say that? Did she spell that last name different from how it's written? You know, natal care unit?
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
Okay.
This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the East Brand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict. Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol.
He was found in a leaf compactor?
It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
Any information on his foster parents?
None, officer. Sorry.
So we have to connect him to Crenel as the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
A compliment from Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Not bad.
Well, we have his name and service record now.
The name. This is very good. Ellis Cortenaer.
Sometimes police work is about human dignity, about giving back names to anonymous victims.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions?
Alice, please connect me to the 41st again.
Just a moment, officer.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
Okay, never mind. Okay. Oh, plaisance. Oh yeah, she's up. Okay.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Damn, Kim never compliments us. He does sometimes. Plaisance, I have something to tell you. I found the actual source of doom.
What do you mean, the actual source? Earlier, you told me there was no curse.
My investigation has led me to discover a 2mm entropinetic hole in reality. That's the source of doom, both in the commercial area and in Martinez.
What?
She wasn't expecting this. At least not the word intraplanetic.
A tiny hole in reality. Reality. It may be connected with Pale, an origin point of sorts. It would explain why historically so many things have ended in failure here in Martinez.
Ma'am, what he's saying is true. We found an entropanetic anomaly in the small Pinewood church down the coast. I don't mean to be an alarmist, and more research is needed, but it's not looking good.
I'm surprised that Kim is like so down to just be honest about this.
But that's not in any of the ancient texts. How am I supposed to protect my bookstore from that?
You can't protect it. Not against Pale. Close up shop and try to get as far away from this thing as possible.
Close the shop? But it's all I have. No, there must be a way. Especially now that Annette is settling in at school again. She's finally making friends in this place. No, we can't leave Martinez. We can't. Thank you for your help in any case. You're welcome back here anytime.
Okay. It's your life! Old sports magazine stuck me in a dark corner.
Hi, Ace Detective.
Is there any reason for me to look at this shit?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Right. Storekeep, what board games do you have here?
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure. Or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Raubritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Look at me. Would want to have children with me.
Don't be so hard on yourself, sir. You just need to clean up a bit. And technically, friends are a bit like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
So what about all these Wirral things?
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all.
What types? What are you saying?
I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts.
Oh, fuck off.
They have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though.
Okay. Yeah, man, because you're totally a normal woman who doesn't fancy the occult in any way, shape, or form, right? Another boring book just discarded here.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Storekeep, what books are these?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free.
Wait.
I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no.
What? Look through the shelf.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance.
Okay.
The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place. It's your own fault if you're ill. Got it?
Does the book say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying.
Amazing. Here's some maps.
Several maps have been... The maps look old.
Yeah.
The plaque on the shelf reads, biographies of famous people. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Of course.
You will attain a place on this shelf one day, or die trying.
Store keep anything of note in the shelf.
I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Who or what is an innocence?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
Thoughts about which of these innocences is the coolest and greatest?
Perhaps for a layman, deep analysis is necessary to peel back the multi-layered meanings.
Okay.
Do her words seem vague and abstract to you?
So you recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
We'll first look through the display of books.
Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism.
As it usually is.
Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
What's it about?
High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other. Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse though, but not too long. I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
By the Great Innocence, I guess.
A true cultural touchstone. Enjoy the read.
Quaint picture book brochure, very colorful. It's a tome of fascist magic, rather candid.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do.
Store keep.
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Sex crimes did pique your interest, but still, this Dick Mullen person only gets your pleasure centers down.
Look through the display of books.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. Furthermore, they have no idea how hard it is to simply remove a body from a tree. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure thing.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An Obvious Lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
Are there any more?
Yes, there's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, My Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns.
They always have one about the clock tower. What do you mean? What?
Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen.
You mean how, because it's
Another
like a
one with
Sherlock
fake
Holmes
death.
ripoff or whatever?
And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer.
Well, not ripoff, but a very obvious parody, I guess.
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen? Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
What do we have here? Mistaken Identity.
A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic hard-boiled phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence.
Why does this speak to me?
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
It's probably right. I'm a complicated guy full of contradictions.
Then this is the book for you.
It's like $8. I'm good. Okay. Let me go talk to Dice Maker. Oh, what's up, Kim? Talk to Kim.
It's dark. And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand.
Fair point. Yes, totally obvious.
Right. Now let's get to it.
Alright, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kim. I'm sorry I scored you, Kim. Does she, like, also sleep up here, I guess? I assume so.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Found the actual source of the curse.
I thought we agreed that the curse isn't real.
It's a bit more complicated than I first thought it would be.
I'm listening.
There's a 2mm hole in reality located in a church on the other side of the canal. I think it may be related to the Pale.
Excuse me? A 2mm hole in reality? This can't be true.
I'm afraid it is, ma'am. Sona Lukanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, made the discovery.
Sona is involved in this?
Here's to take this in while the chatter from her headphones continues unabated.
So it's even worse than I thought.
Yeah.
It's not just the commercial area that's cursed. It's the entire world.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
She looks outside the window where daylight has filled the yard.
I guess the least I can do is check up on Sona, see how she's doing. In any case, thank you for stopping by. It's good to have an answer, even if I can't claim to understand it fully.
Alright, let me equip some Shivers shit. Shivers. Shivers. Give me some fucking... Okay, there's the shivers. Shivers.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Ugh, give it that.
She has begun to idly clean one of her carving tools.
Yeah. Shivers.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking...
Aside from getting naked,
What's
I'm
happening?
not sure what else to do.
Piss off.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
This is still just a theory, but hear me out. I think I know why your business hasn't failed.
Didn't we already talk about this?
It's because you're not in the same building as the others. This isn't technically the doomed commercial area.
What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guilain 10.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
Oh my god, this is still just like trying to be in tune with shit. God damn it. No, this used to be a coal plant. You're in the chimney of another building.
This doesn't make any sense.
That's fair.
Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from?
It has a different address in the heart of the city.
And what? Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
No one's really ever safe from the failure.
She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
What?
Do you know what this is?
Raises her hand to reveal a piece of metal shining in her index finger. Looks like a regular piece of jewelry to me.
It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan.
Why are you telling me this?
It wasn't just the jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world that you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
So I don't know what to say. It's entropy.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls. It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending or an entirely different world. But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
Cool. I'd like to order a die from you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
I don't actually know what die I want.
How about an amber die?
Amber, a poor man's gold?
Who told you amber was cheap? It's beautiful, really, and has been treasured since the ancient times. For 7 real, I'll craft you a 13-sided die from piece of amber with a fossilized insect. It's perfect for those who can't seem to let go of their past.
Sounds like me.
I had a feeling.
Do it.
Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
I guess that's it. A thought cabinet. Curious world. Temporary research bonus. All red checks fail. What? Seems like the point of this game is victory. The absence of defeat on all fronts. Victory in business ventures and creative undertakings. Victory in love and over other people. Political victory. Ideological victory. Hell, even sexual victory. Definitely a lot of object-based victories too. Having things and not losing them. One problem though, not a lot of victors in sight. Everyone's mostly losing. Why is that? How do you not lose? What? Bitch, what? I think of a situation where you'd want to fail a check. Well, one criticism I've seen, not of the game, but of people who play the game, is they think they have to win everything they do. And you don't. You do not have to win everything you do. The game doesn't force you to be in a situation where, like... I think, my understanding is there's like one check in the game that you technically have to pass to beat the game. And that's... yeah, that's it. Give me the commander jacket, give me that thing. Yeah. Okay.
It's you again. What is it?
Hi. So why am I talking? I think I have to talk to him. Hold on. Let me look at my journal. Let me look at my fucking journal. Yeah. Let me go talk to her one more time. Hi.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
I found your bureau. It was empty. Just seawater.
Oh.
Did you take the documents?
He's trying to throw her off with the bluntness of the question.
No, of course not. As I said, it
Of
would have been
course
too
not.
risky for me to use those documents anyway. My employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them.
Perhaps the people who are after you took it.
They couldn't know where I put it. I'm absolutely sure I was not followed. And I've told no one but you. You mentioned seawater? I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch. The documents were probably just washed away.
Okay. Cool.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Physical instrument, huh? Physical instrument. Well, here. Perhaps I will do this. Well, I don't have a whole lot for physical instrument, do I?
The same small.
Oh, maybe I need to go find some more physical instrument. Hold on. What? Hold on. Fucking hold on.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
The man ponders. You see a heavy steel.
The man ponders. You see the stupid fucking clothes that child is trying to sell to me. Below the grime, dark neon poster reads Van Eyck, totally transcendent. Are the clothes Kuno wants to sell me? Are they physical instrument boosting?
Does Kuno care?
Yes, they are. Okay, I'll buy them.
Here, pig. We're fun now. Performance buddies.
Kuno unzips his jacket and again pulls the pants out of the plastic
Kuno
wrapping.
could already see you soaring through the air like a fucking eagle. Pig's in Kuno's debt now. Money debt.
I paid you. I paid you, child. We're fine. We're good. We're fucking kosher, kid. Alright. And then let me go down to the silly street vendor man again. Thanks, Kuno. I agree.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer.
I don't want the windbreaker.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless.
I guess I don't want the
sneakers triumph over them.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime.
Okay. I doubt this guy's gonna have anything new to say to me, but let me talk to him real quick.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Do I have any good empathy yet? I have like glasses, I think, that increase my empathy. Somewhere. Yes, it's not a whole lot, mind you, but...
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Ease into it.
Man, you look so sad. What's going on with you?
I'm okay, man. Just... the jam's got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
Alright.
Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Damn. It's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
Okay, well, that's fine. I don't know if I'll ever have enough empathy for him, but that's fine. Let me talk to the old woman lorry driver over here.
The woman is still hunched.
Huh? What is it? What do you want?
Before I came, you seemed away.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
The routes you drive are unusual, aren't they?
Some of them. Some of them are like home to me now. I would say the routes I drive are usual to me.
What routes?
Lomonosov's Land, Udashnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain. The Transcatalia Magistral. You for 1A. Adestradas du Mirador. All the good ones. The deep trenches. Where the bluebirds fly.
I'm something of an expert in barking out. You should take better care of yourself.
You're right, Loman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me.
Yeah, man.
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Is that all you woke me up to say?
Sure. I suppose it is. What's the quickest way for me to get my ass on that side? Oh, okay.
There it is again. That spectral smell haunting this industrial harbor. And it smells like heavy fuel oil mostly, because it's an industrial harbor. Years of turmoil, of hopes and dreams, ground beneath the inexorable tides of capital.
I can kind of smell dreams being ground down by capital.
Undoubtedly. And the scent is coming from that railing over there.
I mean, from Mañana.
Yes, now's your chance to establish contact. But be easy about it. Communists have been known to charge when startled.
Well, Mañana.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
Listen.
Listen, brother. There's something important I need to talk to you about.
What's that, Boya?
Now's your chance. Remember, communists are notoriously skittish, so it's best to insinuate your way in. Hold on. This isn't a man who goes in for subterfuge. He prefers someone who'll look him in the eye and say exactly what's on his mind.
I believe there's a cell of radical communists operating in Martinez. Can you help me find them?
Now, that is an important subject, but also a sensitive one. Still, good of you to just come straight out with it. No beating around the bush.
Yes, he certainly has a way of just coming out and saying things that normal people wouldn't.
So you've given up copying and now you're hunting comunistas. Care to say why?
I'm not hunting communists. I'm trying to get organized by them.
Oh, I see. I wish I could help. Unfortunately, I don't know many comunistas.
Well, you said you're not really a communist, but aren't you actually a communist?
Maybe. Maybe not. Either way, I'm not institutional. A man's got to blaze his own trail, in my book.
Blazing his own trail. Being his own man. Not exactly your typical communist spiel. Okay, so maybe he's not exactly a communist, but there's definitely some communistic residue about him.
Ah, but you know, I did meet a genuine ideologo a few months ago. Perhaps he's your guy.
You say his name was Esteban by chance?
Didn't say anything about his name. Wasn't this sort of encounter where names matter?
How did you meet him?
It was late one night as I was leaving the harbor. He was waiting on the corner in a bright white jacket. Classic Saramirizian style. He asked me for a light. We shared cigarettes. Then he asked me if I ever thought about getting into some of the extra physical branches of communism.
What'd you tell him?
The same thing I always tell people who try to press some claim on me. I said, every boyadero rides alone.
What's an ideologo?
You know, a guy with a theory. Someone who likes to pit his theory against other theories in deadly theory combat.
Deadly theory combat. How do I find this guy?
I couldn't tell you. Once I declined his offer, we finished our cigarettes and he disappeared back into the night. Just before he melted into the shadows, he turned to me and said, "Remember Dobrava and Abadanais." And then he was gone.
Who are Dobrava and Denise?
I don't know. Guess not everyone remembers.
What do you think it means?
Been wondering about that myself. Some comunista inside talk with me. Not meant for the wider public. They love that kind of thing. You'd have to ask someone who knows the ideologo personally.
Oh, like Cindy.
Not to interfere in your personal errand, but it might have something to do with that passphrase Cindy mentioned earlier.
I was totally about to say that.
Of course you were, Detective. Apologies for interrupting.
Just in time. The faithful partner arrives with the key that turns the lock. You two make a good pair. I salute you, boyas, and wish you good fortune on this grand ideological quest.
The man whispers a jaunty tune.
Did any of the stuff that the Fritte store sell involve physical clothing boosting? Yellow rose in the window. Those aren't the flowers that were left. Oh, okay. Yeah.
You see several packaged
Endurance.
raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles.
Just endurance. Fritte. Does my journal say Cindy? It doesn't, so... Well, that's fine. Okay, let me go put myself in front of the fucking door. Perhaps. And then I will save and I will quit for the day, I suppose. Very sad.
The same small, heavy dog.
Life is so fucking cruel. You're right, it is. Anything I'm wearing lower my physical ability? My physical instrument? No. Okay. Nothing I'm wearing right now, anyway. Yeah, the fucking tank top physical instrument is what it's called. Physical instrument. Damn. Really not a lot of stuff for physical instruments there. At least not on me. And I've been... Oh, yeah, also this... Well... +1 physical instrument, +2 shivers. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. Alright. Sophie's actually melting. She is actually perishing, and you laugh. Sometimes you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh at the world. And how shit it all is. Alright. Alrighty. Hasta la vasta. Eat the pasta.